This PC is from 2010 and I'm going to turn it into a Minecraft server. It's an HP Pavilion Elite, which is 15 years old at the time this video is uploaded. It has 8GB of DDR3 RAM and an AMD Phenom II X6 1035T CPU. Right now, it's running Debian 12 because I hate Windows.
Microsoft!
Okay. Anyway, let's get started. I created a folder on my desktop called Server. This is where we're going to put all the server files. Then I downloaded PaperMC, an alternative server which contains built-in optimizations and generally runs better than a vanilla server. I went to their website to download the latest stable build and I placed it into the server folder. Then I renamed it to server.jar for simplicity. Then I downloaded Java 21. Since I'm using Debian 12, Java 21 isn't in the repository, so I had to install it from Oracle themselves using these commands. Now that I have Java 21, I tried starting the server by using this command. It was starting, then it told me to accept the EULA and stopped. When you host a Minecraft server for the first time, it generates a file called eula.txt. I opened it and set EULA from false to true. If you don't agree to the EULA, the server won't start, so make sure it's set to true. I ran the command again and this window opened, showing the server console, memory usage, average tick, and the server's ticks per second, also known as the tick rate. The tick rate defines how often a game refreshes its information. Many other games have different tick rates, but for Minecraft, the tick rate is 20 ticks per second. But the ticks per second can lower if the server is under load. For example, when many players are loading chunks or when lots of events are being processed. The server started preparing the spawn area and a few minutes later, the server was fully running. So I launched the game and added the server. I set the IP address as localhost. Since I'm connecting using the same computer the server is running off. However, other devices on the same network can connect using the local IP address. And the server appeared with the default image and message. In my last video where I turned my phone into a Minecraft server, I already went over customizing those. So if you want to learn more, go watch that video. The link will be in the description. I joined the server and spawned in a taiga biome. I messed around in survival for a bit and everything seemed fine. Then I opened htop in a terminal window to see how the computer's resources were being used. All 6 cores were being used pretty well and the server was using 1.2 GB of RAM. I restarted the server with a new option, no GUI. Without the GUI, the terminal window turns into a console where I can control the server directly. I opt myself, which turns me into an admin who can also control the server. Then I gave myself creative mode, grabbed an elytra with rockets, and flew around at max speed to generate chunks. The PC was getting pegged as the CPU cores were almost being maxed out. After dying a horrible death, I decided to take it out on the server by spawning in a massive TNT cluster. And I mean massive. Thousands of TNT blocks. Just look at it. It's big enough to kill a phone. I flew to the top, gave myself a flint and steel, and lit it. TNT started blowing up. Funny thing I noticed was the explosion particles stayed in the air, as if the game was still processing those explosions. To test this, I put a block high up where the particles were and set my game mode to survival. I took some damage, then the block I was standing on blew up and I fell to my death. Even after all the TNT was gone, you could still see and hear explosions. It took 9 whole minutes to completely explode. Even though the CPU was getting cooked through all of it, the PC walked away with the W because the server did not stop or crash. Now it's time to install plugins since Paper has support for them. I went to the PaperMC Hangar, which is a website where server plugins can be downloaded. I downloaded a few plugins via version, which allows newer clients to join older servers, via backwards, which allows older clients to join newer servers, and Geyser, which allows Bedrock players to join Java servers. After downloading the plugins, I moved them to the plugins folder of the server. Then I started the server. Then to test the via backwards plugin, I launched Minecraft 1.7.10, which came out over 11 years ago and doesn't have as many additions and mobs as the current version does. The results were quite interesting. I was able to log on and everything looked normal apart from the ancient look of all the blocks. So I decided to experiment a bit. What do newer Minecraft mobs look like on older versions of the game? First mob that came into my mind was the Warden, which was added to the game in version 1.19. I spawned it in and it appeared as an iron golem with erratic movements. When I switched to survival mode, it killed me instantly, which regular iron golems can't do. Then I loaded up another account on the latest version because I wanted to see what different stuff looked like on Minecraft 1.7. I have version 1.21.8 open on the left and version 1.7.10 on the right. I gave myself an axolotl bucket, and on 1.7 it appears as a regular water bucket, but when I placed it, the axolotl appeared as a squid. I gave myself the mud block. 1.7 sees it as a regular dirt block. The first issue I noticed was that I couldn't place blocks on 1.7, and when I tried to break blocks, they would break on my screen, but they wouldn't actually break for everyone else. Trying to walk into a broken block causes rubber banding, a classic sign of client-server desync. I spawned in a bee. For 1.7, it looks like a flying squid. When you punch the squid, it attacks back, just like a bee. Then I gave myself a trident. For 1.7 users, it looks like a diamond sword. When I threw it at the 1.7 account, it looked like I was getting hit by an arrow. This is what it looks like to die by a trident in Minecraft 1.7. Netherite armor looks like diamond armor to 1.7 players, but in the item name it clarifies that it is 1.16 netherite. With the Geyser plugin, Bedrock Edition players can also join the party. Here's Minecraft 1.7, Minecraft 1.21 and a Bedrock player on the same server. They can all interact with each other and play together. Now, I want to push the server to its absolute limit by seeing how many players it can handle. I got 6 Minecraft instances open on this PC, but when I tried launching the 7th, the PC froze. So I tried again, but this time with 4 instances and an offline account for each instance, so 4 players. The first thing I did was change the render distance on all the clients to 2 to give this computer a chance of surviving. When I joined the server with all 4 clients, all the CPU cores were getting maxed out at 100% usage and my frames per second turned into seconds per frame. After waiting a bit, it calmed down and the frame rate stabilized. When doing an action on one instance, they're all perfectly synced together, which means the computer is powerful enough to handle everything. Here's an MLG water bucket. But can it handle a massive TNT cube with all 4 players connected? The whole computer instantly froze and became unresponsive. Looking at HTOP, all the CPU cores were at 100% and the entire computer locked up. Even the clock in the corner came to a halt. I waited 10 minutes and the PC still didn't recover, so I had no choice but to force restart the PC by holding the power button until it turned off, then rebooted. No damage to the hardware or the OS. And that was how I turned my old PC into a Minecraft server. If you made it this far, that means you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you dislike it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe below to the channel. Thanks for watching.